What do you call fish with no eyes?
Um, I don't know.
Ben, you got an answer?
No, I ain't got no answer. I don't know what a fish is with no eyes, dude. It's a fish. It's a fish. It just ain't got no eyes. It's still a fish.
I'm really curious about this answer. God, I hate you. Ben has no reaction. There's no reaction.
Disappointed.
You're such dead eyes over there. Hello, friends.
Yeah, I was say shit. We're recording. What's going on, everyone?
I'm just organizing my archive stage. Recording.
You went in and out there. You said your Tarkov stash?
Yes, I didn't know we were recording.
Oh, I always start this thing right away in case, loud burps or fart jokes
In case,
or anything.
boring.
Catching
Boring.
There's not a bigger fan of this podcast than Ben.
I want.
Like when you put in the chat, you're like, "What the hell is this intro?" I was like, "Oh, he's listening to last week."
I mean, I always listen to it just to remember what the hell I was talking about.
I actually stopped listening to it because I just got, I don't know, it's cringy now. I don't know, I can't explain it, but.
Are you saying that this podcast is cringy?
It's cringy to hear myself, and then I keep thinking of all the sound levels and why we can't get my sound right and everything, and it's just so annoying. But the podcast can be cringy at times, especially when Andrew's asking questions like gaming and baking.
Hey, I bring the important questions, the important topics. I love how you put that on the story. I love how you put that on the Instagram story. I was one of them, so I can't talk. But 60% of the votes of who. So if no one saw it from last week, Taylor put on our Instagram.
I forgot to go look at it.
Yeah, he put on our Instagram stories. For those of you who have listened to last week's episode, would you pick games, bacon, or I hate Andrew? 60% of the people who answered said I hate Andrew. Now I was one of them, so whatever, but
I just hope that was one of those random ones that went viral, and there was just random people that were voting for I hate Andrew.
I didn't recognize several
context.
of them. I didn't recognize several of them, so I have no idea if they actually listened to the episode or they're just like, yeah, I'm gonna pick this one.
I'm definitely going back and looking now. How was y'all's week?
I don't know. It was all right. It was a week. We survived another one. We did it, guys.
I almost did not.
Yeah. Tell me about that.
One up, everyone.
I don't know about one upping this one. It was bad. The other day.
But did you die though?
I mean, honestly, someone almost died, or something.
But
almost died.
Did you die though?
I did not.
Something.
Yeah. I have a dog. If anyone doesn't know, his name's Jackson. God. I love the damn guy, but he could be an asshole. He's a little bit of he's an aggressive dog towards other animals. It's, half the dogs out there are. And took him to a groomer the other day because he just needed a bath and nails trimmed and the full shebang. He's shedding like crazy, and they do a real good job of getting all the hair off of him. And as we were leaving,
I heard that is he's just shitting like crazy.
Oh yeah, well they're normal dog shits. Hey, why are we talking? We were leaving. He was fine there. He's one of those dogs where we're walking down the street and there's another dog across the street on the sidewalk, and he just stops and looks at it. If that thing looks at me, I'm going to come over there and fuck you up type thing. He's just ready to go at another dog at any moment. It's annoying, but we're trying to work on it and everything. As we were leaving out the door, right when we opened the door, another dog was coming in, and Jay just bought this new leash, and I won't get into it, but it slipped basically. It was supposed to be had like the tensile strength of like can pull a car and everything. It was one of those where you push the button and it locks and it goes like 15 feet and everything. It was. I mean, it was strong and everything, but it gave out. Like it thing broke, and Jackson grabbed a hold of that damn dog by the neck for a solid 2 minutes. And it was pure absolute chaos. They were throwing water on him. I had my hands in his mouth trying to rip his jaws open and stuff. I'm sure y'all like. It's hard to tell, but I got bite marks on me and stuff.
That's a great visual for an audio podcast.
I just said I'm gonna show y'all just so y'all can see.
Y'all is inclusive. The listener is y'all.
I'm only talking to y'all. But that was fun. He had this dog by the neck about 2 minutes. And
so it sounds like the other dog almost died, not you.
I said something almost died.
Coward. Commit.
So how did the other owner react?
Well, of course it was a Karen, just an old lady. God. And I mean, granted, I am in the wrong. Should have probably had a muzzle on my dog or something like that.
What?
I mean, if my dog's attacking other dogs, I should have another dog on muzzle on my damn dog. But I mean, I got scolded. But the thing is we had to cut. Eventually Jackson's mouth slipped, and he was like grabbing onto its harness. Like his teeth were just in this harness, and I was just yelling, "Get scissors! Get scissors!" We cut the harness off the other dog. The other dog was bleeding. They had to take it to the ER, animal ER, and I had to PayPal this lady $1,500 almost.
Oh my God!
So there's all my winnings.
Good thing you made all that money,
right? Yeah, I mean, I'm like sitting here like there goes all my goddamn money right before my goddamn trip, but it's also like, oh my God, thank God I had this money.
Yeah, good thing you had it.
Because if I feel like if I didn't, I couldn't pay her, she probably would have, I don't know, said something. I don't know how that could go, like talking to cops and everything like that.
Well, we all know how that goes.
Yeah, they could have done something to try and have the dog euthanized or something.
I don't, suck. Oregon, we look
as you know, I've never seen him with other dogs.
Yeah, you've been with my dog before. Yeah,
he's an absolute derposaurus with other people. Like
sweetheart,
he's just friendly and
what kind of dog did this lady have?
She had they weren't like fucking small, but they were like 20, 25 pound, like shaggy dogs. I don't know what to call it. A Pomeranian maybe. Like it was a small dog. My dog's 80 pounds. But it wasn't like a.
Well, that's what she gets for having a bitch ass dog on the side of the road, man. Those things are fucking rats.
This thing was 100% my fault, and I was shaking, like traumatic, and sad to say this isn't the first time. The first time that happened, 100% the other guy's fault.
Oh, that was at the park, right?
Yeah, this guy just
about that. Yeah,
we were out there having fun with Jackson. This guy just lets his dog loose without even asking us if it was okay to like my dog interact with his dog, and Jackson obviously did not take that one. So it is the second time my hand's been bit up. This one was just the worst one.
This is why you don't.
In general,
What?
No, Andrew. Yeah, in general.
You first.
I need
to
know what I do.
Go to the dog park. This is why you don't go take your dogs to the dog park. It is literally anarchy.
I need a dog to run. My dog needs to run. What am I going to do with it?
Well, you run with the dog.
Yeah, that ain't happening. No.
Get some rollerblades. Let it
Jade actually is looking into that. She's been wanting to get into jogging, so let the energy out. This is why we desperately need a house with a backyard, though. I need to get him some room to run in. So yeah, that was my beautiful. Actually, that was yesterday. That was my beautiful Tuesday. So
that's a very Tuesday kind of event to happen.
You know, it was going great. I worked late the night before till like 3 a.m. and I had to get up at 6 a.m. to take Jade to work so I could have the car during the day.
Yeah.
So, what? Was that a UFO?
No, that was a truck.
So this might be an unfortunate side effect of the new place. It's a lot louder.
Oh, that was you
outside. Yes, that was someone in a big ass gas guzzler driving by the house. That's what that was.
We'll get to your place in a second, but
yeah.
Damn. So yeah, but between all that, it's just been a hell of a week so far. It's only Wednesday. Hoping for nice, easy, safe travels over the week tomorrow. But-
Hey, look on the bright side. At least you get to go to Florida tomorrow.
Yay. You know what sucks too is like I'm still fighting like this bad ulcer I have and everything like that. So I'm like eating like the blandest of foods and just trying to like take it easy. And all I want to do when I get to Florida is eat like barbecue and fried fish. It's just like I don't think I'll be able to.
I was about to say, why barbecue? You're in Portland. That's why barbecue. It just like it hit me. I was like, why would you be looking forward so hard to barbecue? But that's because there's barbecue everywhere.
Yeah,
here.
you're thinking North.
So
yeah.
I forget that it's not really a thing there, and
I mean,
it's extremely overpriced because it's like importing an entire ass culture.
You go to Dale's, you get sandwich and fries for $8. That's $20 here. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
I've tried like so many places. There's literally only one good spot, and it's like I would even go to it if it was in Florida. I'd go to 3 other places before. But yeah, I'm fighting that. So yeah, it's been a good week, and my dog sitter hasn't responded to me after 2 days of texting, so I'm hoping to hear back from him soon.
Oh God! And y'all leave tomorrow?
Yep,
bro.
I know.
I can hear the stress in your voice. I know.
I'm good. You know what? If I can't go to Florida, oh well. But it was
my last week. I was the one saying living the dream. This week, you are living the dream.
Yeah. Anyways, how was the move, Andrew? How's the new place besides the truck show you got going on outside?
The place is fantastic. I love it.
Did Ben come help you move?
No.
Hell no.
Ben didn't help me move. I was about to say I helped him move, when he moved, but he had like 5 things when he moved out.
He moved out with an air mattress and a desk.
And some of those things that I helped you move out weren't even yours. They were just things I was getting rid of. That I was like, hey, you want this?
I was going to take it to the garbage anyways.
Yeah, here's my entire kitchen I don't want.
Scrap pots and pans and knives, like the jankiest stuff. And you're like, yeah, sure, I'll take it.
Sure.
No, but no, it's been good. The house itself is almost together. We still have quite a few bins and boxes to get through. Mm-hmm. My office, on the other hand, is a disaster. It's kind of right now just a catch-all for the things that we haven't gotten to yet.
Yeah.
And I haven't had a chance to like set up a desk or anything like that in there. So I got a lot of work to do this week on that. But other than that, it's feeling like a home and
privacy.
Yeah, we're really enjoying it. So
that's awesome. It's long overdue.
Yeah, get mom and dad out of the house, dude.
God.
We actually, I'm hurting over here right now because yesterday was my dad's birthday, and today
happy birthday, Kevy!
Yay!
Forgot to tell him happy birthday.
And today we went actually just like an hour ago. Went to it's kind of a local chain around here of Mexican places called Papas and Beer. I knew you were gonna say that. We have one here where we live, but there's a couple of them in Nashville. And we went. What I had was fantastic, but oh god,
what?
It's too much. I feel like
food. I'm about to die, dude.
Yeah, dude. It's
the
too
portions
much.
are insane. Yeah, it is a lot. But beyond that, like, I didn't push myself. I just haven't had Mexican in a long time, and
well, that's your fault.
It is. Well, when I lived in Asheville, I had like, I could basically tell you how to get around the city based on how many Mexican restaurants I had tried in Asheville. There's like 8 of them. I'm like, yep, been there. But it's been ages since I've had it. So
I just remember when we went to Sonora and I got food drunk. Like I had a beer and a wet hot burrito, and I was like literally stumbling out the door.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Oh, dude, that place was so good. They're closed down. That's a bummer.
Did they?
Yeah, they're not there anymore.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ!
That's another
Andrew.
UFO.
That's
another UFO.
You're gonna have to soundproof this room a little bit.
Yeah, that's the other thing. I'm not actually in the room that I'm going to be doing this in because I'm in the living room.
Yeah. I will say I've seen the photos. It sounds like that road is literally like 4 feet away from the photo. It looks like the photo. You got the lake, river to one side, and that road literally right there.
You walk out the door. There's a small front porch. You step down onto a sidewalk, and right there is the road, and it goes straight into downtown. So, yeah.
How close?
It's kind of a awkwardly positioned, like awkwardly located building. It's zoned as a business. So, like my internet, I have to get business internet. Yeah. It doesn't change the price or anything like that. It just changes some of the features.
You ding dong! It's closed until February 1st.
What?
Sonora's not closed.
Last time I walked by the building, there was nothing in it.
What time of day was it?
Like 5. I don't know.
Okay, well maybe they were temporarily closed.
So, you dangus.
Well, in any case, that's good.
They're also closed Tuesdays and Wednesdays. Place. I'm sorry, you don't just come out here with hot heat going, they're closed.
Heat.
Montecitos is better anyways, but like
never had it. Now we're rating Mexican places in Nashville.
Yeah, I was about to say everything y'all were just talking about. I don't even care. Like Mexican food, let's go. Zilicoa has the best tacos.
I could start talking about Portland places. They all suck.
Yeah, because it's a bunch of white people.
No, there's one that's there's one that's really freaking good. They're from the Yucatan Peninsula of Mexico. It's a food truck. Oh my god. Yeah. But the worst.
I don't think I would ever actually trust like a Mexican restaurant in Portland. A food truck, yes, but
yeah. What's a taco price for y'all over there? Because I need to discuss this. This is. I need to get this off.
It depends. Chest. If you're looking at downtown in the city, no, it doesn't matter. Anyone could slap the word authentic on there. It's just like gluten free or whatever, like healthy or whatever.
Organic.
That's the word. There are some spots that are a taco is $5.50, $6.
Good God!
And there's another spot that's like $2.50, and the $2.50 ones are better.
Oh, always. I was just about to say they're like $4.50 average out here, but I do know like some that's below over $3 for a taco is too damn much money.
Welcome to Asheville, where the prices don't make a lick of sense.
Right?
Now, are those for like street tacos or for more like
yes.
Okay.
Montecitos is my favorite joint, and I'm paying $5. Well, it's not my favorite joint. Zilicoa has a little food truck out back behind the brewery, and it's like $2.50. I will spend more money on tacos than I will for beer. I'll buy like one beer and 10 tacos and leave spending $20. That's great.
Jesus.
Because the tacos.
See, I'm not an expert. I'm not an expert because whenever I have that kind of food, usually I'm getting things other than just tacos. So, I mean, if I go to if I go to like tonight, if I go to like a Mexican place, I'm usually getting a huge like burrito or
burritos are superior,
something like that.
Enchiladas, meh. Nah, burritos are superior, but
chimichangas are superior.
Oof,
no,
chimichangas.
No. Burritos.
I love how we're still on this topic.
We're either boring people or making them very hungry.
You've awakened my mind when you start talking about Mexican food. I was like, yeah, dude, let's go. Because my biggest complaint is like, dude,
we found the topic.
The one good thing about Florida is when it's like you want a taco, you're gonna leave crying with how full you are and only spend $8 or like $10.
Also, you could throw a rock and hit a taco joint. So.
Yeah.
So those ones that's around Port St. Lucie, there's like 10 of them.
Taco Dive?
No.
Taco Dive's meh. Taco Dive is yuppie tacos. It's good, but it's expensive.
Yeah. Oh, you're talking about Three Amigos?
Pueblo Viejo.
Three Amigos. Woo.
Oh, okay. Yes.
They always number them. There's like 10 of them.
Yeah.
Why are we talking about local chains in small areas?
I can't believe we're still on Mexican food right now.
No, because that's why I love Taco Bell, man. It gives me that little like it's like I'm gonna get a freaking. Now I will say it did piss me off when the taco 12 pack was like $16. I was like, no, it's $12. It's $1 a taco because this is dog meat in a wrap. Okay, right? No, do not charge me more. So that
Dog
pissed me
meat.
off. So I stopped getting like the Taco Bell taco that comes with the meal. I'm like, yes, but nah, dude. Like,
You know what I
can't believe we're still talking about this. Tacos are king. Pizza runs through my blood, but I will bow to a taco.
back to Taco Bell real quick. I just discovered that the spicy potato taco with the chipotle sauce. Oh boy, that thing is good.
It is very good.
That is a good thing. I end up just getting like 3 of those now when I go to Taco Bell. I am late to the party on that.
You make me sad.
I know. It's okay. All right, let's get the hell off taco talk because I can't eat a taco right now with all that stuff.
Taylor did not have a Baja Blast
I
this
did
week.
not have a Baja Blast. But you know what I did have a Baja Blast on? That new episode of Last of Us. That episode this week was perfect. I mean, I know there's people out there complaining how it got away from the game a little bit. I don't give a fuck. They've been so accurate on the game. It's nice to step away, get something fresh and everything. That I was not expecting all that, and it was just I was crying like a little baby almost at one point.
Here he comes.
To all those people who are saying it's not like the game, it is literally taking a 5-second portion of the game and expanding upon it.
Right?
And creating a new story for something that is easily digestible for the new viewers. And also creating something new for the people who've played the game 10 times. So to that, I tell those people,
shut the hell up. Shut up.
What is wrong with
I'm
backstory?
sorry. If you're complaining about The Last of Us, go watch Halo. Shut up. Stop existing to me. I don't want to hear it.
Stop existing.
Well, that's why I had to add to me because that was a little much. But dude, like I didn't like this episode because it showed a man kissing a man. I'm like, it's 2020. Oh God, it's 2023. Jesus.
Yeah, right. I keep doing
the
that.
amount of people roasting the hell out of this episode online because it's about a gay romance. I mean,
they're dumb.
I mean, if that
no, I'm not going to entertain that. No.
All I'm saying is, if that is the only complaint, then it obviously was a good episode because all it's doing, they can't say anything about the episode itself. All it's doing is outing
the homophobia.
The homophobes.
Yeah.
They can't say anything. Ellie is gay.
Yeah.
What? Like, shut up. Shut up.
Yeah, but Ben, it's okay because because Ellie's lesbian.
Because she's a lesbian. No, shut up.
Yeah.
No. I don't want
because that type of gay is all up in these neckbeards search history on their computers, but not man on man.
No, so dumb. No, this episode was amazing because I was also like, hold on, this isn't but then I was like, no, I'm gonna watch it, and it was beautiful, and it was perfect. It was what it needed to be, and the show ended on the game's opening.
Yes,
like that. Yeah. That little bit with just the open window. I was like, ooh, that was a little touch, because
also it makes Bill a lot more likable of a character than he was in the game as well.
Well, he was a likable character in the game, but he was also
I'm not saying he wasn't
an asshole.
Yeah. I'm not saying he wasn't likable, but this it just adds so much more dimension to his character.
Yes, and that's
this way.
That's why it's called an adaptation, because they're expanding upon it. They're creating new things. It's almost like, oh look, another tasty morsel in something we already knew that we didn't know we wanted, but we now have. Like shut.
And them finding that letter did a lot to set up Joel and Ellie's relationship.
I was about to say I was dying when she read that.
Yeah, no, they put the Bill that we know in the first 10 minutes.
Yeah.
That was all you need, because he is that bunker dirtwad that's just like all about himself. But it's just like, and that's the other thing is that people forget is like, you're translating a game to a show. In a game, you have 20 hours to just do random bull crap. In a show, you have 8. So you need to trim the fat and expedite things and still move it along while serving the narrative, but also serving the people. Yeah, it's like, dude,
there's
honestly,
a lot to juggle.
if you wanted to see the same thing again, go watch a freaking, what is it, Ninja do a playthrough. Like play with us on YouTube. Sit in your chair for 5 hours, watch the game, and go, that was a good show. That's all you do. Yeah. Anyways, that show, that episode was, honestly, I don't know how they're going to top it.
Yeah.
I really don't. Unless they start changing a little bit more and more, which I see happening, but maybe the last
I think the
episode,
cool thing about this show and the way that they're setting themselves up is they're going to have a little bit of everything in this show.
Yeah.
They have they have like heartbreak. They have like the beautiful moments. Like this whole episode was just beautiful. And then there's going to be other episodes where the freaking bloaters just come up out of the ground. You're like, oh no. And you just see these big boys coming at you in the dark. Like I remember seeing that in the trailer there's a scene at some point in the season of a bunch of clickers just scrambling towards them, and then a big old bloater coming up out of the ground, and it's like, it's about to get real. Like, dude, I don't know.
The next episode is about to pop off. Like, if you know what is happening, just the first 20 minutes of the next episode is going to be high stress, high stakes. So it's and then if you remember following. This show is heartbreak. Shut up.
I feel like they're going to, like, the first 2 episodes, what would you say, about 80%, 70%, like almost mimicking the actual video game and stuff. I feel like these episodes are needed, and they'll probably have 1 or 2 more, because that was episode 3 out of 10 of where they kind of just give some backstory on some. I wouldn't be surprised if they give a whole story, like going back to, where was Indonesia, where it started at? I can't remember.
In India,
they won't go back to India.
You don't think so?
That whole introduction to the Indian part of the story was to create a deeper narrative for the bombings in the cities and why the cities are so destroyed, and it was to set the tone for trying to contain the virus before things happen.
Yeah.
So it served the narrative of chapter 2. What I see happening is you're going to see more of that style of thing to what the episode is based on. Like how this last episode went to, oh, hey, look, there's a mass grave of bodies. And then it goes back 10 years or 20 years and shows those people before they get shot. So you're going to see a lot of that, I think, where they're creating new just subtext to fill and explain and make the world more rich. But I think there's going to be like one at a time, like little parts.
Yeah, that's what I didn't specifically just mean that. I meant like seeing some cities being bombed and more chaos of that happened prior. Because I want to see all that. Like I love world building and stuff. So
yeah,
But I also like the mystery. I don't want everything explained to me. I don't want to see. Like,
for sure.
I don't want to see Joel in those 20 years. Honestly, like where he started to where he got is almost it. You know the story. This man was a family man, did everything for his daughter. He lost his daughter. He just disconnected. Boom. 20 years go by. The whole story of Last of Us is Joel regaining his, what's the word? Empathy,
his humanity.
His humanity. Yeah.
Humanity,
Like he is
humanity.
detached, and you saw that when his daughter dies. So this is that journey, and Ellie is kind of that surrogate daughter that he's.
Yeah.
So like those, like I don't know. I like the nuance. I know you like things spoon fed, Taylor, but I wanna dream a little bit.
Did I say that?
No, but I did.
I like the spoon fed too.
I like spoons.
I'm once again saying, if you love that episode, go watch Station 11, because Station 11 is literally that whole episode in one mini series.
I still haven't seen that. It's on my list. I made a list of a bunch of stuff on HBO Max, and that's on it, especially after that last episode. Because I forgot you told me about that a while back, and I just never got to it.
Dude, there's too much content out now, man. I can't keep up.
There is. There's
really
way
is.
too much. Don't ask me why. Maybe it's well, it makes sense. Okay, so speaking of HBO, it helps me to focus for some reason when there's something on in the background.
Yeah.
It's how I used to work back in the day. I used to watch like The Office and stuff in the background while I did stuff. For some reason, it helps me focus on little tasks, and for some reason, there's the UFOs again. For some reason, I started watching House of the Dragon, and I have one episode left. And
wait, weren't you watching that? I thought y'all two were discussing that show.
No, well, Ben said he watched the first one. I don't know if you watched any other ones or not, Joe. I don't know. Did you?
No, what's House of the Dragon?
Oh, okay, there you go.
Yes, I watched the entire thing.
Oh, you did? Oh, okay.
Yes.
So I only have one episode left. Did you like it? Did you like it? Like ignoring what it's leading to, like just as its own thing.
I don't know. I know I liked certain episodes and I like certain characters, but as a show, I'm just kind of like, it's fine. It really doesn't for me, because what I know and what I know about the Duel of the Dragons and all that, whatever the crap it's called. What I know that comes up is what I'm excited about. And that's what I think I will enjoy. But this whole like background, subplot, subterfuge, like I don't care because we know how it ends. So
yeah, that's the problem.
That's my issue with it. It's like, I know what happens. So, I mean,
I feel like this whole season has been set up for something larger, obviously. Not even just pertaining to Game of Thrones, but to the story of House of the Dragon by itself. I've liked it. There's a lot of stuff that I don't have a lot to say on the show. The main thing I have to say is, what the hell is wrong with George R.R. Martin? Like, the way he writes his world. Can nobody have a good day? Is nobody... Like these people.
Welcome to the Grimdark, baby.
Like, and see, I've read a few Grimdark series that I absolutely love, but there's something about the worlds that he creates. Like, I'm a big lore junkie. Like Taylor said, I love world building. I love hearing about the histories of each of the houses and stuff within the show more than I like watching the characters. It's really weird. Oh, dear God.
You know what I'm going to say is that noise is a flying cow. That's kind of what it sounds like.
It's Twister outside.
We've got
right
cows.
Cow.
There's just shit in it that I don't need, dude. Like, there's a scene.
All the ancestry and everything.
Not even that. I know that says a lot about me at this point, but no, it's not that. He doesn't even bother me. What bothers me is the shit they do with kids. And I know that's like, I'm a dad now, so I'm a little bit more sensitive to that. There's a scene where they're looking for the prince because his dad just died, so he's in line to be king. And they're going into the poor section of King's Landing, Flea Bottom. And there's two different parties looking for him, and they're like, oh, we know about his, basically extracurricular activities. So they go into this place that's basically a chicken fighting ring, like a cockfight ring, but with 10-year-olds, and they sharpen their nails and file their teeth.
Oh, God.
And set them loose on each other. And I'm watching 10-year-olds rip each other to shreds. I'm like, fuck you.
Yeah, that's metal as shit.
And what's even worse is the king, the prince who is about to be king. He just whores around in his free time in the brothels and everything. So it's implied that he has kids randomly throughout Flea Bottom. Mm-hmm. Because there's like these kids in blonde hair, and they pan over, and behind the little arena where these kids are fighting, there's like almost a staging area for other kids. And there's like a 5-year-old kid chained to the wall with platinum hair. Like, he's royalty. He's a 5-year-old orphan chained to the wall. Like, what makes you put this shit in here? I know it's grimdark.
Because he's not royalty. He's a bastard. And what's the best way to get rid of unwanted children? Have them kill each other.
No, I know that.
The only
I know
solution.
that, but it's the concept.
Bro. Let me tell you about a little something called Warhammer, okay?
Oh God.
They literally take prisoners. You might have stolen an extra ration of food oops, I went to the wrong room. Oh, well, cool. Guess what? You're lobotomized to be a toilet. Thanks, bud. You're serving the emperor in your duties. And oops,
that's kind of funny. I don't know. There's something about that's whimsical.
Yeah.
Even though it's also brutal.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's almost like, I don't take qualms with that.
Mhm.
Like as far as that point, like the kids fighting each other, like because it honestly, if you look into it, it builds the character of this young kid who is running around, whoring himself around. He has no, and he's using this as a way to kind of cover his tracks because
Yeah.
what's the biggest issue with a bastard is they come looking for royalties and their claims, and they're like, well, I'm your actual kid. And it's a whole problem.
Yeah.
So
I mean, it strengthens how much of a dick he is
yeah,
by showing it. And I understand, like, narratively speaking, it makes sense to have things like that in these stories and stuff. But when I just watch episode after episode of just effed up stuff happening, maybe it's just because I'm growing out of these types of shows. But when it's mainly with me when it has to do with little kids, I'm like, nah, like there's something wrong with this guy. There's something wrong with this guy.
Yeah, I mean, it's honestly, I don't. The biggest issue I had was the like 6 minute long birthing scene. I was like, Jesus Christ, it was rough. That, and then what is it? The scene from Midsummer when all the women are just screaming. I don't know if you've seen that movie, but they're like,
yes.
Ah! And I'm like, what am I watching? What is this serving right now? It just what? I don't know. I like intrigue and subtlety and like the just in your face, like, here's the story. I'm like, oh, okay, that's I can read subtext and it's fine. That's right. Why I prefer the kid fighting, because it makes you question, and like it is supposed to make you upset. Yeah. So it's like it's almost doing its job at
it definitely yeah. For me, it's more just like stop. That's more on me for watching it, but you know what I mean.
Didn't in Game of Thrones, they go around killing like children that were born in brothels and shit like that because
of Baratheon's bastard. They wanted to try and make sure they took him out.
Mm-hmm.
They killed like hundreds of kids.
And
still missed him.
It was the older kid, like the teenager, the sword maker, right?
Yeah, the one who goes on a boat. He goes on a boat trip for a couple of years,
and he was one of my favorites, if I remember right.
He comes back with the hammer and he just starts whooping ass in the lab. Yeah, that was the only that was one of my favorite parts of season 8. Everything else kind of like, bleh, but him coming back and just kicking butt. Yeah,
but anyway, not to go on a George R. R. Martin tangent, but I was just like, damn.
Listen, dude, how
do you write stories like this and then like, I don't know, like because I've read other Grimdark series, or one of my favorites is the Poppy War. It's got some dark shit in it, but I don't know. There's just something about, I guess, maybe seeing it on screen. I don't know. What I'm saying is I'm getting soft, guys.
Oh.
You need to nut up, boy. No, I feel you. I'm kind of there with you. I think I'm a little tweener between you and Ben, but fuck them kids, though. Yeah, that's probably...
Oh, God.
He lives by that motto, probably.
Preach.
Boys, I have a wedding date. I'm getting married this year. It's a fish.
It's not a fish. It's a wedding.
It's a fish. December 5th. October 5th. It's going down. 10-5-2-3. Easy to remember. We're going to do we're renting a cabin out, and we're just like inviting a bunch of people. Ben, you're invited if you want to come. It's in Northern Washington.
I don't see the piece of mail in the...
Oh, we're not doing that.
It's well, I ain't going to remember then.
We're not even like inviting like family. We're telling family if they want to come. Like we're just inviting whoever wants to come, they can come. So, we finally been stressing over it. Finally going to tie the knot. Time to become a man, I guess you could say. I can finally join you, both of you guys.
Yay!
I know Andrew's coming. He's my photographer.
I am. Yeah.
He's been waiting for this date forever, so he can finally buy a ticket.
The amount of times that I have put in the chat with you and Jade be like, hey guys, we have an update.
Kind of need to know these things.
Yeah.
We're going up in the mountains.
That's awesome though.
We were scrolling some reels, and this one reel popped up on Instagram. It was some like these people in a hot tub, like overlooking this like raging river and everything. I was like, oh, that looks so cool. And then like I found that cabin. I was like, oh my God, it's only like $1,500 for 4 days only, but it could fit like 8 people. I was like, get it right now. So we hopped on that right away, and we're just gonna do it at the cabin. Nothing fancy. We're just gonna decorate the cabin and shit. It's gonna be a lot of fun.
It's a beautiful place. I was looking at those pictures, man. It's photogenic as hell.
I know you don't even have to leave. Like we want to get some wood shots. It looks like you just stay on property and everything. So
It literally, the woods around it, the little creek, the little bridge, it looks like a fairy tale forest.
Talking about weddings.
Okay.
Do I go to a wedding
Yes.
and no. That's not the option. Do I go to a wedding that Emily was invited? Well, I was invited to, but I've met the guy a few times. Very nice. I like him. I want to go to the wedding.
Wait, is it
Like,
next?
It's a cool. No, what? No, shut up. I want to go to. It's one of Emily's old coworkers, and we got invited, and I want to go. Like, I want to support and be, weddings are fun to do as a couple.
Open bar, yeah. Oh yeah, there's a lot.
Do you
want to
know what the alternative is on the same day?
I'm guessing it's
Oh,
a
boy.
concert.
It's a show of some kind.
A plea for purging coming back.
Oh God!
And playing at
it's-
Furnace Fest. It is
it's
literally the
Furnace
day
Fest.
of Furnace
Oh
Fest.
my God! We were just talking about that the other
And
day.
I do not know. And if you remember from the last conversation, I told myself I'm not going back.
Unless
but
one big
Defeater
thing happens.
And plea came back, and they're coming back for this, and it is a once, probably in a lifetime thing.
Yeah.
Now,
Probably.
Before you're 40.
I mean, dude, I don't know, man. That's
Now, this
When
is.
is it again? Is it September?
it's 20. It's
October?
like the 23rd or 26th of September. It's one of those.
Oh God! It's like 2 weeks before the wedding. God damn it!
I was gonna say maybe I can go and we can both go, but if it's 2 weeks before that, I don't know if I can.
Oh
Which sucks because
Why?
that is
You just carpool with me.
fuck!
well,
I wanted to go to this
Because-
one.
because Aaron's boss is out of town for the entire month of September, so she can't take off, which means she is limited on how much she can watch Landon, which means I am limited on how much I can be away from Landon.
He's a
That's what
father.
you get parents for.
That's what you
It's
get.
a
parents
2 day.
for.
It's literally Saturday and Sunday. It's not a 3-day event
That's
anymore.
true.
It's only 2 days.
That's true. Okay,
And
that's true.
I'm
Maybe-
honestly
maybe
waiting.
it's doable.
I'm waiting to hear the lineup because fingers crossed, if it's on the Sunday, then my plan is to go to the wedding Saturday, wake up
Oh,
early on
God.
Sunday, drive
Crack.
over, just buy the 1 day and just
Drive
because
like
all
a
I want to
crackhead.
see is Defeater and Plea. Everything else can like Turnstiles coming back. That's whatever. But anyways, that's the predicament I'm in about weddings. Moving on.
Hmm. I'm gonna have to go with Furnace Fest on this.
Yep. And Emily's even like, because I was telling her about the date. I was like, "Oh, when's the day?" She's like, "It's the 23rd." I was like, "Okay, I think Furnace Fest is like on the 28th or 9th." And she kind of did some googling. She's like, "Oh crap!" It's just like, she's like, "It's fine. You could go. I'll find." She has like a friend that will go as like a substitute date.
Okay, gotcha.
But I was like, I don't want to be like, all right, go have fun at a wedding by yourself. But
That's Birmingham, right?
Birmingham.
Birmingham. Looking up 1 second.
Looking at flights.
No.
No.
It's 2.5 hours from Atlanta. I got a place to stay in Atlanta. It's not too bad.
There you go.
Jade's dad lives there. Maybe I can. I'm sure he'll shack up a couple white boys. Damn, I totally forgot about Furnace Fest, and I've totally forgot it was September, and I'm once again upset. This week I can't get good news this week.
It's like we gotta delay the wedding again.
Jade, you gotta delay the wedding. She might kill me.
I mean, it's already been how long? What's a couple weeks?
Yeah, right. Wait till next year. We've only been engaged for 2 years. You
Oh,
know?
oh, she might actually kill you.
Yeah, well, I'm surprised she hasn't stormed in here yet.
Have we even hit a topic we discussed we were going to talk about? I'm pretty sure we just went on.
We just
Well, my-
three
I
random
plan
cases.
on my the dog trauma and then the Last of Us review, but yeah.
yeah.
Oh, I got one for
Do
you
you-
guys. I got a question for you
Oh,
guys. Y'all know that junk TV I watch, like the fishing
YouTube?
YouTube, the fishing shows, the gold digging shows, and everything.
Yeah.
I was watching a clip the other day, of course, and this guy found like a golden nugget, like a big old nugget of gold, lots of money. And the guy just sat there. He's like, "Now that's the American dream right there." And what the fuck is the American dream these days? Like-
there is no such thing.
This guy works like 100 hours a week, and he's away from his family for 6 months out of the year in the freezing cold of Alaska. That's the American dream right there. Fuck that. Like what?
Oh yeah, brother.
white picket fence, family, savings account. Like, what is a savings account to us millennials?
Yeah,
I don't even know.
It died.
I feel like nowadays the American dream is just being happy and comfortable. That's it. Like it doesn't have anything to do with the nuclear family, the white picket fence, the wife staying home with the kids, any of that stuff that it used to be, like easily starting a family off of the back of one man, one person, whatever. That's not a thing anymore.
Absolutely
So
not.
just based on my research, the term American Dream was coined in a best-selling book in 1931.
Oh my God.
Titled Epic of America. Okay. James Trezlow Adams, because I'm obviously reading along, described it as that dream of a land in which life should be better and richer and fuller for everyone, with opportunity for each according to ability or achievement. The American dream was aided by a number of factors that gave the United States a competitive advantage over other countries. See, all of this is just sounding like farcical in this day and age.
By that definition, I wouldn't say it's completely dead.
We're not done.
But I would
just wait till this one.
We're not. Okay. We're
home ownership. Hey, you guys know what the term home ownership means? Okay, maybe not.
That's when the landlord owns the home that he's price gouging on rent.
Oh, yeah, that one. Home ownership and education are often seen as paths to achieving the American dream. Though the definition of the American dream has changed to mean different things to different generations, it's undoubtedly part of the American ethos, and likely always will be. And the key highlight takeaway is the American dream is the belief that anyone, regardless of where they were born or what class they were born into, can attain their own version of success in a society in which upward mobility is possible for everyone.
Why are you reading?
To that, I say, nay.
Homie really went out and got the brochure.
My man did research finally.
Thank you, Jamal.
Oh, is that who that was?
Yeah, it was Jamal. Yeah. Okay. I don't think. I think if it does exist, it's evolved so far past that point that
it's definitely evolved.
It can't really be called that.
The white picket fence dream and living and owning a home and having a career, like for your average Joe that actually tries. Like this is assuming you have done the work, you've put in the effort and the time. Even then, to achieve that, it's not a thing.
I would say it's still. You could probably still call it the American dream, but it is a dream that is much harder to attain, to make a reality nowadays than when the idea was conceived. Yeah.
So Jade and I, we're getting married, but we've obviously been living together for like 5-6 years now. I'd say it's safe to say that we can almost clear $100,000 a year between our salaries, and I still can't imagine trying to buy a home.
Yeah,
making $100,000 a year. It's like, what the, with prices, $400,000 homes, you got to put like a down payment of like at minimum, I think $20,000 down if I'm doing the math right. It's like I can't even imagine saving that much money up. It would take us 5 years to get to that point. $1,500 for rent, $400 for a car. Price of eggs is $10 a fucking dozen, which is about to go up. Y'all hear about the largest chicken factory in America just burned down the other day?
Oh, sick!
Yeah,
can't wait.
Y'all keep complaining about the egg prices. They about to go up.
Damn!
Oh my god!
I found him for $4 the other day.
I'm still getting them for $2.99, but we got a lot of local farms here in Oregon, so it's been nice.
Okay.
But yeah, it's just when I heard him say that, I just couldn't stop laughing because I'm just remembering back when I was working in North Dakota in the oil fields, working 80, 100 hours a week, and back then I was very more. I'm not afraid to say it, more pro-Republican leaning and everything. And I'm like, I'm up here making my money. I'm, living the American dream. Meanwhile, I'm living with mom back home. I don't have a rent. I don't have this. I don't have that. I don't have hardly any bills and shit. It's just like, why do we have to struggle, man? Like, why do you have to struggle to get by?
Yeah.
It's so crazy.
That's the other thing is people uphold the American dream as the golden standard for what your life should look like as an American. still to this day,
Mm-hmm.
even though it is so insanely like so much harder to attain, to the point where now the American dream, if you want to follow it by that formula, all it really is glorifying labor.
Yeah.
And
I worked 80 hours this week, boy. What
Yeah.
you doing? Okay.
Yeah, good for you. Shut up, bro.
How's your
Like,
back?
Is that why you're alive? Is that why any of us are alive? Do we exist only to labor to survive? That can't be it. Like, and
Well, there's all those.
I hate.
Oh, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say I hate this whole narrative where like, oh, no one wants to work. Oh, millennials don't want to work. Blah blah blah.
No.
That might be true to a certain extent. Some people do get lazy. Some people are lazy.
Yeah, there are definitely lazy people out there.
That's definitely a thing, but it's a lot more a thing where nowadays working conditions, how you're treated by your employers, the pay.
That's what I don't want to work.
What is worth your time and what is it?
I'm not going to go bust my
All that
ass
stuff
on this.
matters.
I'm not going to go bust my ass doing the job that you're asking for $15 an hour that literally pays all my bills and that's it. Like, what the fuck, man?
Yeah, that's the thing, is that like I think people are more protective of their time nowadays. It's not that people don't want to work, it's that people want to be valued for what they actually have to bring to the table.
Mm-hmm.
And there's this whole narrative of just like everybody's just lazy. Oh, it's just old man talk.
Yeah.
Every generation has it. Everyone talks shit about the generation before them. And it's like, it just kind of perpetuates this idea I've noticed that if you're not working, like you don't deserve anything that you say you want, kind of thing. Or if you're not slaving away, that I think is more the American dream, is just glorifying.
Oh yeah. The cashiers can't sit in a chair because it's like you're working.
Yeah.
You don't want to be sitting and stuff. Meanwhile, you go to any other country in the world and the cashiers are sitting in a chair. You know, it's like why do I have to suffer to make my money and everything? I just
also from company to company, the policies like that jump from company to company, as opposed to like places like Aldi. You go into Aldi, first of all, now half of them are self-checkout now, but you see how fast their cashiers are?
Yeah.
They're just whipping your shit around like crazy, and they're all sitting down.
Yeah, because they have energy. And I don't want to hear about out there either, like, oh, these guys, they've never worked a hard day in your life. I've been in the trades. I've been in the field. I was a carpenter for 5 years, construction and everything. I'm coming from experience. Fuck that shit. Like, it just... Yeah. Yeah.
My first job, my dad had a landscaping business, and eventually it ended up turning into not only landscaping, but going into foreclosures that people had left.
Oh yeah, you've told me about that. Yeah.
And cleaning out the house, gutting everything that was left behind. Sometimes you'd have houses that were completely empty. You prayed for those houses. Yep. Other houses, it looked like the people left and just their entire life, like they just got evaporated off the earth.
Yep.
And you had to go in there in a couple of hours, take everything out, clean everything, and stage it so that they could flip it. And that was the whole business. That was my first job. And I was going in there, going home. I was having like 10-hour days, going home sore every single day. Best shape I've ever been in my life.
Yeah.
But it was hard work.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, I chose it, but that don't mean I want to do that kind of work forever.
Yeah.
And I mean, I don't know. It's kind of just a backwards ass idea that, I don't know, just kind of repeating myself at this point, but that whole idea just doesn't make any sense to me.
Now, don't get me wrong. Being young and getting some work ethic in like that is good for you. Learning,
yeah.
You learn the value of the dollar and everything, but to a certain point where you can't improve anymore, you can't. I mean, anyone can always improve, but just I don't know. We're repeating ourselves over and over again. It's just ridiculous where we're at in this day. I know we sound like some old fucking farts over here, but I mean, it is what it is. Like, I mean,
it's funny because to some people we probably sound like old farts, and then to other people we probably sound like a bunch of young, naive little.
Oh yeah,
good for nothing millennials.
Yep, exactly. Oh well, let's just all be bartenders like Ben. I know he loves it.
I mean, I serve the people that make those comments and that are like, nah, like, you know, I mean, I was literally Sunday, I had a no call, no show at work. Mm-hmm. So I was taking orders, making drinks, running food, serving tables, checking on things. I was literally every role we have, I was doing. And I was able to do that because of the work ethic ingrained in me as young, because yes, I think everyone should have, some hard hitting jobs that make you, it's basically
Make you sweat a
make or
little.
break. Like if you can't hang, maybe go study some books. But I mean, like, and I also thrive on that. Like I need to be active.
The little bit of the
But,
chaos.
Yeah, no, chaos is great because then I can just carve my own narrative and be like, nope, this is how it's going, and I'm gonna get it
Yep.
done.
Mm-hmm.
But and I had this customer make a comment. He's like, "Oh, you wear so many hats here." I was like, "I mean, it's what is required." So, how's your breakfast? It's good, awesome, great. Let me know if you need anything. And it's just, I don't understand the whole millennial gist of like, oh, they like avocado toast. Gen Z doesn't do anything. I'm like, shut up. Like
Literally the ones that say it come from the hippie age.
Yeah, like we take investment in our worth because we grew up watching our parents come home getting stressed, especially during the housing crisis and the stock market drops and freaking whatever, all the bullshit of 9/11. Not to bring that up, but like some chaotic fucking times. Like, and I watch that and I, go, I don't want to just survive. I would like to thrive in some aspect of my life.
Mm-hmm.
And don't you shame me for investing into myself, because in the end of the day, what is this corporation going to do? Lay you off before you actually get your full tenure and benefits, so that way they can recoup their money? No, fuck that. Like
everybody is replaceable.
Yeah,
everybody is replaceable.
People are sheep, and to big corporations, because it's like, you just need someone to hit the button. It doesn't care who it is. He ain't gonna do it. I'll get the next guy.
Going back to your talk there about seeing our parents struggle and everything like that. I mean, I don't know about y'all, but it just feels like the generation before us, our parents' generation, seemed to have been the most.
I can cut it out.
No, keep it up. We're going to get a counter. They just seem like they have been the most stressed out, most angry generation out there. And it shows too, because how many of our parents are divorced? I mean, there's 2 out of 3 right here. I know I don't want to try to dive into the information, but
that's true though.
The divorce rate in our parents, like Jade's parents, every friend I know, their parents are divorced. I mean, alcoholics and everything like that. It's just, I think we're finally we grew up seeing that lifestyle, and that lifestyle is not what we want. I mean, Andrew, I know your parents still together, but they struggled for a while. I know that. Yeah, like just everyone did back then, and it just makes it. We grew up not wanting that, and then I understand why we have to settle for that and everything. The work ethic when it comes to owning your business, I am all for. I will grind myself if I had my own piece of business and everything like that.
Oh, absolutely.
That's a whole nother.
There's nothing wrong with a little bit of hustle.
Yeah, with your own work and everything. That's 100%.
And that kind of work, it's good character building.
Yes,
if nothing else. Like I feel like to a certain point, everybody needs to experience something like that, if for no other reason to build upon themselves.
Yeah.
It's just the ostracizing of people who do not do that, and saying they aren't worth their time isn't worth anything. Whatever, they don't deserve the things that they want because they aren't out there grinding their ass off.
Yeah,
all the 100% of the time.
Yep.
I remember when my dad had his landscaping business, and it was one of his biggest accounts. Was any of the local people would know, the Friendlies in St. Lucie West.
Don't drink the water.
That was one of his biggest commercial accounts. That was one of his first commercial accounts before jumping from residential. And I helped him every week. We would go and maintain the hedges and the grass and all that stuff. And right after they put the McAllisters in the same plaza right there, sharing that little courtyard, I remember he came home one day and he just went straight to my mom, and my mom was like hugging him, and I could tell he was really upset. And in my head, I'm like, what's happening? And the owner of the Friendlies dropped his account and hired a big company that had lots of workers because he couldn't get in and out of the parking lot, which big ass parking lot. Basically, long story short, these guys could do the job in a lot shorter time.
He had a small business, and here comes Walmart.
He has small business.
Here comes Amazon.
Yeah. So he canceled his account, and that account was, if I had to guess, maybe like 30-40%.
Oh yeah, easily
of the profit.
I could see that.
And he came home, and I remember sitting there and realizing what had happened and feeling so angry and helpless, because I wanted nothing more for him to get the account back or get something even better. Like, I hated the fact that he was struggling. So as a kid of that generation, watching your family in times of struggle like that, like it's weird because it reinforces the want in you to not have to
and
do
that's
that with your family.
And that's also what the American dream evolved into owning your own business. Like, that was another thing that, like, a lot of people are like, screw the house.
Pressure to not work for the man. It's like, and all that.
I am in control of my own destiny. And, like, having that kind of crap happen, that's like fucking detrimental.
Yeah, so even for someone who has parents who are still together, there has definitely been struggles, and there were definitely times where all I wanted to do was help, but I couldn't.
Yeah.
And I don't know, man. There's good things and there's bad things about owning your own business. There's bright spots of the American dream as a dream itself. It's a great idea, but there's so many dark spots, and I feel like the pressure to follow the American dream a lot of times ruins people's lives.
Yeah.
Unnecessarily.
That's the owning is like, it's almost like boom or bust. You're going to do great, or you just, it's going to fail. And that's why everyone just settles for getting a job, because it's just that middle consistent. I got a paycheck coming. It's Friday.
Yep.
I have the weekend
Dependability.
off. Weekend comes. Let's relax. No, I got to try to have a social life. I got to clean the house. I got to do all these things. It just grinds on you, man. It just grinds.
Yeah.
And don't even get me started on college or anything like that. My grandpa, he graduated he was the last person to really graduate from college. Besides, I had a cousin that did it. And he always tried distilling me into us, like, gotta go to college. You gotta go to college. Almost to the point where, like, you're going to fail if you don't. And I kept just telling him, like, do you know how expensive college is? Like, how hard it is, on top of trying to work and stay afloat and everything. And he was like, oh, I worked during, and it's no big deal and stuff like that. Back then, his dad, who owned his small business, my great grandfather, was paying his tuition. It was like $1,000 a semester or not even back then. He went to college for like $20,000 at Auburn University, one of the largest schools in the country. And I looked at him, I was like, you do realize, like, it's like 7 times more expensive if I were to go to that same school. And we're making like $3 more an hour than you were back then and stuff. And that's just a part of it all that kind of started me at 17, just realizing, like, this is going to suck.
Yeah.
But good talk. I like these random little therapy sessions we have and everything. I think people enjoy them out there.
I love how I just said that whole thing, and we've been talking about this, and then here's me, like, I'm trying to wean myself off my working for the man job this year so I could just be a full-time artist. We'll see how that goes.
Good luck. I kind of did that. Like, I know I'm still working for someone, but, like, I set my own hours, how much money I want to make doing, like, the delivery services right now. I quit my job cold turkey without anything because I was just tired of that. Now, I don't want to be doing this delivery thing forever. I'm definitely trying to figure out where I want to go from here and stuff, like how I want to create something for myself, or, as a group here, what we got going with the podcast, obviously. But, it's just nice to have that backup, and, I'm enjoying it as we go. It's nice to know that there's like these delivery services and everything. That's a nice little help while you're trying to build your own world and stuff. Yeah. So good luck to you, man. Or do you have a plan on when you're going to exit and get the hell out of there? Or
not really. I'm not like in a mega hurry because it's actually been pretty good lately.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, I want it to basically, I'm not putting a ton of pressure on myself because I don't want to ruin what I have going for me, both with the job I have and the passion I have for making the stuff I'm making right now. So basically, I will be happy if this year I can replace half of my monthly income from that job,
Yeah.
I could be making about half of the same amount of money from doing the art stuff, from doing craft shows and selling online. I'll be happy with that.
Hell yeah.
So that's the first stepping stone. We'll see.
It helps. It definitely helps having a partner in these stages. You know, someone that can help support. Without Jade, I wouldn't be able to do what I'm doing right now. So it's nice. But
yeah, for sure. There's this article that I came across, and it turns out after looking at this more that the actual experiment was largely fictional and only meant to show the possibility of the future in this. But this headline, scientists have built the first modular body, a living being that is not alive. So it probably sounds like gibberish, but basically there's this biologist and he envisions the human body as a working biological Lego system. And it's his clickable system of interchanging human organs is coming to life, if you want to define life as loosely, whatever. Basically, he has a YouTube video that's actually a kind of like a few years old at this point of what it would be like to grow. Because right now, I guess in medical, whatever, you can print new organs, and they're using that to kind of help with injury or replacing organs, whatever.
Yeah.
But there's this idea of growing new organs from the people's tissue, actual tissue.
In a way, like a skin graft. No, I guess it's kind of like a skin
kind of,
graft.
yeah. Kind of. It's like you're taking their DNA and you're using it to specifically grow a new organ or whatever that is a DNA match to the person who needs it. And they did a video where he has a working electronic little brain that he attaches to these little modules. And he's like, this is the heart module. And it looks like tissue. It looks like an actual organ. And he puts it in there, turns it on, it starts beating like a heart. And then he plugs that part into the next part, and it's the lungs, and it starts inflating and doing this. The things in the video were not really grown from his tissue, but it was kind of more to show the future of what it would be like to be able to replace organs, whatever, in this way for people. And it got me thinking, because it's always so funny that new technology is always super hopeful like this. And then in actual use, like, like people who are making the computers, I wonder what people are going to be doing with these. Yeah. And there's just people making shitty memes every day. And then, so it's kind of similar. What do you, so if bodies become modular in the future,
it's not it's when. It's when.
Yeah. I'm imagining it's like Cyberpunk 2077 or something. Like, imagine the body mods that people like.
Oh my God.
Oh, we're gonna save so many lives. We're gonna save so many lives doing this. Cancer's not even gonna be a problem anymore. Meanwhile, you go 50 years down the line, and there's a dude who has a penis instead of a hand at the end, or some dude that just pops wheels out the bottom of his feet like organic Heelys.
I mean, that's kind of cool,
or something like that. That would be pretty sick. I know that was pretty long-winded to say, but how funny it is that people are always so hopeful for how useful new technology it will be in the future. And then, like, if they could look forward, how disappointed would they be to see what people are actually using that technology for?
Yeah.
Because I know people that were building computers before, they might be a little disappointed nowadays.
I bet you they're never thinking like, oh, these people will be able to sit on the toilet pooping and will be on a computer at the same time and stuff. I mean,
yeah, just sitting there for like an hour.
No, I feel you. I mean, fucking, you were saying all that, and I'm like, the whole time in my head, I'm like, Skynet. Eventually, Skynet.
Not tattoos and piercings, replacing things on their body with something else.
1,000%. 1,000.
I don't know. I don't know what I would do with that, but
I mean, it'd be great for people like soldiers and people that lose limbs and shit like that, or born without a leg and stuff.
Dude, they can't even get the proper fucking help they need now. What makes you think that they're going to be able to actually replace?
You know what? You got a point there. We're going back to where we were.
I was letting y'all be hopeful and shit, and then I'm like, no, dude. First of all, affordability. They're going to come out with this technology, and it's only going to be available to the most rich. And then it'll trickle down, and then that's going to be even longer once it becomes more affordable. I mean, because you look back at the computers. Computers were hard to come by for years, and everything was expensive. Yep. And if you had one, it was kind of bogged down. Even nowadays, I've got a decent rig. It's $2,000. and it's middle tier.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's you're.
I mean,
I don't know. People are modifying themselves. It ain't gonna be for much.
Oh no, I'm talking about like way down the line. Obviously, you got to surpass all of those hurdles first. Like it'd probably play out about the same way. Like it'd be incredibly hard to get. You'd have to be incredibly well connected, rich.
Well, yeah, and then you look at the negative outcomes. Is like, yes, everyone starts modifying their body. Oh, hey, look, now we're so far advanced that we can imply technological warfare, where it's like, hey, dude, let's just hack this entire region, or hey,
oh shit,
EMPs
just turn off people's hearts. EMPs are stuff.
A thing. You know what I mean? Like, so you could. I plugged in my toaster, shorted my whole body.
The idea here would be that it'd be fully organic, grown from the patient's own tissue.
Okay, yeah. Sorry, I when you said you were plugging things into the heart, okay, I was thinking of it like that.
Yeah, no. Just for the sake of his exercise, he had a brain that was it was like a little mini electronic thing that he plugged in, and that controlled everything. But that was just to kind of show the video. I think the actual implication is that it's fully organic. Obviously, you're not going to be able to do that with like a brain.
What was that movie?
Replace someone's entire brain.
I think it was Repo Men, where you had like the hitmen that came after like, oh, you can't make your payment. We're going to take it out of you, and you die.
Yep.
Like that. I
Such
honestly,
a brutal concept.
I honestly see that before it being widely dispersed. Like you're going to see like, we're going to loan you this heart that helps you, and now you're gonna have to repay us. And I mean, yeah,
it's such a dark concept.
that's kind of what I see happening. I don't know, but also, I mean, if we make it that far in this so-called utopia, I'll be impressed.
Kind of
Russia just popping off over there.
You're gonna have vodka built into their systems. Something similar to kind of what you were talking about in a way. What was it? 1993, 94, they cloned a sheep.
Yeah.
What has happened with that technology? You know what I'm saying? Like, did they like take it and like, point. Are there clones of us walking around we just don't know about? Celebrities cloning themselves out there? And I don't know. It's just, I've always wondered that.
What was that movie, The Island, the Michael Bay movie?
Yeah. Yes. Yeah, you showed me that movie. One. Yeah, that was a good one.
Yeah, I usually don't use the same words Michael Bay and good one in the same sentence these days, but that was a pretty good one.
That's sorry, I'm a little. I had to step away. It sounded like there was an explosion outside. I had to.
Oh damn!
Yeah, the whole house shook, and I went out there to talk. I went out there to talk to Jade, and she was like in like kind of like a panic stance, like what was that? And apparently, the street behind us, I think there might have been a car accident or something. But I had to make sure everything was fine.
You got explosions. I got UFOs going by the house.
Ben's
a wild night.
Ben's chilling.
Ben's chilling.
Well, it's a good, healthy episode. I hope everyone's. I don't know. We might have made people more depressed. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, talking about life sucking.
Sorry.
That's what we're here for.
Hey, don't let the downer of the American dream stop you from chasing whatever the hell you want.
Exactly. Get out there, put in very little work at the job you're working right now. Don't stress it. Get fired, maybe. Who knows? Go find something else.
There's at my old job, I always just was just working for the job I wanted, and it was remember at my desk. Full-time graphic design job. I was just designing things for Prodigy, our old.
Oh God, yeah, that's right.
When I worked at Office Max, I was just basically designing and printing things for free, and nobody knew. Dude, looking back on it, I stole so much just in paper product and magnets and like stuff like that alone, making business cards.
Have we talked about your time at Office Max where that guy came in and tried to get you to print naked photos of his wife? And was just happily showing it to you.
Bro. Oh my God, dude. That's so awkward.
I just remember. Go ahead. It's your story.
My first job out of college with my design job, with my design degree, was actually at an Office Max, which that statement in general is a little depressing.
I was about to say.
But hey, they loved me there, so whatever. But I was in the print center at the back of the Office Max on Jensen in Jensen Beach, Florida.
R.I.P.
And yeah, and people would bring in USBs with stuff to print off all the time, whatever. You don't think anything of it. This dude comes in. He looked like he could have been Kid Rock's best friend. And he
just got out of the Olive Garden. He's coming on over.
Yeah. Just had a gourmet ass meal, bro. And then he comes over and he's like, "Yeah, I want to get some photos printed off of my wife." I'm like, "Oh, okay." And I pull it up and I just like stare at it. I'm like, what? And he's like, "Yeah, I think I know this one. I'm scrolling through. There's pictures of his girl posed up at different spots in the bedroom and stuff in lingerie. There's one where she's not wearing anything on top. She's just like covering herself with her hands. And she doesn't have the biggest hands." And like just all these risque photos of his wife. And he's just happily, without a problem, showing me a 17-year-old kid these pictures of his wife. And I'm just like, yeah, this one. And he isn't blinking an eye. He's like, "Yeah, I really like this one. This one's a good one. Yeah."
Did you print any of them?
Yeah, I printed them.
Oh.
No, because I couldn't be like, "No, this isn't appropriate" or whatever. Because like, I mean, looking back on it, I probably could have because I was a minor. I could have been like, "No, I can't be looking at this," but I didn't think about it. And what made it even worse is it took him so long. There was like a line of like 3 other customers by the time we were done, and it got to the point where, because the computer is not completely facing the back, I had to have it angled so he could help me with what he wanted printed. So half the damn store is looking at pictures of his wife on the same computer as me, and it's so it was
the
so
OG OnlyFans. Part of me,
and at the end of it, he dapped me up, and I'm like,
part of me always wondered, like, was he getting off to this? You know what I'm saying? Like, he did this to like do something for himself.
Look what I got.
Yeah,
look at this, man.
Yeah,
this is all mine.
I remember you telling me that because I used to sneak into Office Max and try to scare you or like fucking try to make you laugh while you were talking to a customer. And I remember walking in, you were like, "You won't believe what the hell just happened."
It sucked because he would walk in and just stand there at the end of an aisle and just make this dopey ass face and then disappear.
Be talking to like an old lady, and I'm just over there like
staring. Yeah, there were some wild things that happened at that store. There was a guy that walked in. I thought I was being punked one time because in one day, a guy walked in asking me where the footballs were. I think he was looking for Sports Authority.
Next door.
Because in the same plaza. And he did not realize somehow walking all the way to the back of the store that there was no other sports things in the store. And then some other lady came in asking where the frozen foods section was. I'm like, what is this? What's happening? Anyway, people, retail life.
Good times. Good times. All right, let's get out of here. I that just hit me, and I had to tell you to tell that story. What we learned this week, everyone?
It's pointless. Give up.
As you hold a knife in front of your face.
I know. That was pretty dark. I've been sitting here cleaning my fingernails with a knife.
Oh, lovely. Ben, what'd you learn?
Yeah.
Do you remember the conversation
last week?
What would you rather have unlimited bacon?
No.
Or would you rather have
no
unlimited games with no games?
When you asked me that question last time and I got so pissed off, I immediately went out and asked the company I had over that question, and the same reaction happened. I was like, "Oh, this is why he does it." Okay.
See, it spreads. See.
Let's get the hell out of here, y'all. We'll talk to y'all next week. Say toodles, everyone. Toodles.
Bye. Have fun in Florida, Taylor.
Oh, thanks.